Yeah, everything's okay, and I'll walk you through the whole thing. So, after I was back in the room, I got a call from Sean of all people, and he wanted to know if I could possibly drive him and his parents, who were in town, to the game. And the reason being is that they didn't want to have to buy a parking pass, and since I have parking at App Heights, I could just it was just a gesture kind of thing, and I was just gonna let them park, just give them, since I have free parking right near the game. It just made sense. And I didn't have anyone to go to the game with because InterVarsity didn't have a tailgate, and so it was a good deal. And I went and picked them up, and they paid me $20 for the trouble. And when we got back to App Heights, the parking lots were all full, so they had overflow parking on the side of the road. Well, as soon as I made it up onto the slope, onto the side of the road, the truck immediately slipped. It was terrifying. Downhill towards the woods, and I was able to stop the truck about 50, 60 feet of sliding. It was really scary, but it was never particularly dangerous. Had it under control. I was going extremely slow. It's just very frustrating, and it didn't take long. Within a few minutes, Sean's parents and his fiance went off to the game, and me and Sean, he was nice enough to wait there. I called AAA. It took about 10 minutes to get an operator on. I gave her the insurance number. I figured that was the best way to do it. We tried everything. We tried backing out and pulling up, but it was so wet. I mean, there were other cars that had slipped too, I think, because it had rained really bad, and it was just a muddy slope. You could literally break the grass with your foot. And so we had to get a wrecker out there. It took him about 45 minutes to get there. And when he got there, he immediately, I could tell there was a problem because I don't know exactly what the problem was, but I think since the truck had slipped so far off the road, they had to call campus police to come and investigate and make sure that there weren't any damages. And the cop went out there, and he was nice and all, and he understood. And they just dismissed it. They weren't worried about any charges or anything because there was no wrongdoing. So they were nice about it. And the cop gave the wrecker permission to pull the truck out, and he drove off. We pulled the truck out. It was unbelievable. That cable was creaking and snapping. I mean, that was scary. But the cable somehow managed to